Commissioners meeting, workshop, August whatever it is, I can't remember right now. August 26th. Thank you, John. Here's your agenda. SGRC is based in Valdosta. You can pause this if you need to. 5311 is the public transport program. Budget amendments, that's a usual thing every year. Chairman comments. And you'll see on there that Mr. Burgess is indeed not listed as a county commissioner. That was in the other video just a moment ago. The deputies asked him to not sit at the commissioner's bench. Brad Calhoun, as the vice chair, will be running the meeting tonight.
How y'all doing?
Hi, everybody. Evening.
Could you get us a number? I got it.
Leave up. Give about 5 minutes out. Joe?
The auditor said for us to do it.
Step back there and see what kind of connection it is.
You got the,
Yes, I think so.
They build it, no, because they build it. But it just wouldn't go up in that detail. That's when we notice it in there. It's kind of in there.
I did know that, but I didn't know that.
Alright, it is 6 o'clock, we'll call this meeting to order. Mr. Baker, will you offer an invocation?
Sure. Lord, we just come before you on this day and just thank you for everything you've done for us. Whatever it is that you gave us, you kept away. It's all a blessing and we just appreciate it so much. Lord, watch over our farmers, send them what they need for their crops. Put a hand of protection over those in public safety, and as this board meets tonight, we pray a hand of wisdom on each one of our commissioners that they can make the right decisions in your sight. And when all is said and done, we will thank you in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Y'all stand, we'll do the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can you get a motion to adopt the agenda? Got a motion and a second. All in favor? Any public comments concerning agenda items? Speakers tonight, we got Mrs. Lindsey Ray, South Georgia Regional Commission, to discuss potential grants available to Turner County. Welcome there, podium where.
Okay. How's everybody? Good. I've got some handouts for you guys, some things that I have been working on with Mr. Burgess. Some grants that he had talked with the regional commission about writing. If you want to take one down and pass it, actually, let me have one of those, because I may need it. Sorry. So we have 3 projects that we have discussed with Mr. Burgess, to assist the movement. As you can see, one is with DNR for a recreational trail. You've got the project summary there. Movement is $200,000 with a 20% cash match from the county. The next one that we have, I'm sorry, if you guys have any questions, and I can stop or go as fast or slow as I need to. We had discussed a new health department facility with a CDBG grant. Those are due next April. We toured and met with the chairman in early August and looked at the facility, looked at the needs, and documented those while we were there. And that, you see the next steps there for that. That's up to $1 million. Match is a little squirrely. They have a formula that they do. Typically, $47,500 is the minimum on a $1 million grant. But always, the more you put in, the more competitive the project's gonna be. And then the last thing, we hadn't really got too deep in the weeds on this one. This is a One Georgia Rural Workforce Housing Initiative, and that is to bring workforce housing to Turner County. And that would be the county partnering with a developer and selling homes in an affordable price range to build up the workforce housing. the regional commission. We write those for free, and that's just the amount of services that, cause you can use it as cash and leverage, so we've got our cash match and leverage, so you've gotta quantify it, and that's what we donate to the project. In turn, if it's funded, when we administer the project, and that's when we get our administration fees. And so, it depends, usually those are 6% of the grant amount, and, that's just normally a 2-year contract for compliance with federal regulations.
That'll only be, if we get the grant, then we pay the city.
That's right, you're not
But-
paying anything in this.
But it'll be covered back in the grant.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
No, well, that's all that we've been in talks about. I do have a roster that shows what we can help with. I can hand that out to you guys, just so you'll have it. And then I just would kinda like to know what the next steps are for the regional commission, if we need to engage with any of these projects, or looking forward, what you guys need from our staff.
Well, the matches, there's 20% match, which is a lot of the first one.
It is.
And that one, we might be able to talk to the school, because they wanted a, cross-country track, so there might be a way to blend that, and the 20% match might be split between the school and us, but we have to have that conversation to see if they even understand it, we've not talked to them about it.
Okay. That deadline is November 1, so, and we've had conversations with DNR and kinda just gone back and forth about some eligibility items. So we've laid some groundwork, but anything that I need to do, our staff needs to do to kind of put something together, we're absolutely willing to do.
Yeah, we probably would need to have a conversation with the school to see if they're interested in that, just to see if that's an option available to us to spread the cost as far as the matching. So, I'd be happy to go with you to talk to the superintendent if you wanted to.
That'd be good, yeah.
Any more questions? We really don't know where we at.
Yeah.
To find out some more information on that, but, we can do that pretty quickly since we're under a time crunch, so let me know when you're available, and I'll reach out to, the superintendent, see when she's available to discuss.
Okay. Anything else?
Thank you. Mr. John Anderson and Carlton and Kite with S&S Roofing, and S&S Roofing to discuss potential funds for county buildings.
How are you?
All right. Truckload of y'all.
A few of us.
Just a couple.
Which one has their shingles up? Any of y'all put them on the roof?
I've done it, it's not a fun
We
job.
do it once or twice.
Not lately.
Give a remote for the TV.
I don't even know where the remote is. Yeah, a little bit is good enough. Surely y'all checked this beforehand, didn't you? Look at that.
Got it again, see? Come right in.
Go break some.
Another.
I'd like to start off by saying thank you for letting us come speak tonight. My name is Carlton Kite. I'm with S&S Roofing out of Leesburg, Georgia. Owner of the company, Michael Strickland, is here as well, along with one of our lead restoration specialists, Austin Yarborough. A little bit about us. Again, like I said, we're from Leesburg, Georgia. We've been in business for over 27 years, not only servicing the communities in Southwest Georgia, South Georgia, but across the nation. As a company, we try to provide industry-leading service along with exceptional quality. June 27th, 2025, Ashburn experienced a hailstorm. Multiple businesses and buildings in this county were affected. Along that is the ASCS building that you guys have here in that path. I went to the county and asked who would I need to speak with about doing an inspection on the property, and I was pointed to Ms. Latrice. Ms. Latrice gave us approval to do so, and upon the visual inspection, we found that there was hail damage actually there. During that time, she let us know that there was already an open claim on the jail that you guys have already submitted. At that time, we were able to get a copy of that and let Noble Claims review that. A list of properties which you guys have been provided with was given to us, and over a course of about 3 days, we were able to do inspections on those properties. And we have approximately 600 photos of damages. Not every building has hail damage on them. So the damages that were found are going to be listed as is in that report that I handed you guys. Included in that is the shop, that's number 4, the EMS office warehouse, number 6, county road offices, the ASCS extension office, your library, the jail, the elections office, and the flash foods. And then the list over to your right are the ones that have no damages. Why choose S&S? Just ask your neighbors. So, like I said, Ashburn, Sycamore, and Turner County has experienced hailstorms over the past few years. There's really no rhyme or reason to it other than thunderstorms creating hail from updraft and different things. But this area seems to have been getting hit hard over the past few years. Along with the references that we have are some of your neighbors and businesses here in Turner County, including Synergy Peanut, AMAG, Rockwood Industries, Bedrock, and Triple D Erosion Control. Not only have we helped them, but the team at Noble Claims has helped them as well. And then when it comes to government or county business, those are on the left-hand side. How the process works in a situation like this, you guys have already followed. So basically, we would ask that you guys would move forward with S&S as your contractor to be able to help you restore multiple buildings and their roofs. We would advise that you guys would get a public adjuster to represent you guys to ensure transparency and fairness during your claims process. And then step 3, we'll perform all the duties that are instructed by insurance to keep Turner County beautiful for years to come. So you guys have already filed a claim. So Turner County,
Who filed a claim? Did we,
Yes, we did.
on which building?
Jail.
the jail.
The jail.
Yes, sir. Noble will go over that kind of process a little bit more. So with this, you have no budgeting, no long-term planning, no extra expense. And you guys have peace of mind knowing that you're gonna get into this. With that being said, I'm gonna turn it over to John.
Good evening. So I own Noble Claims out of Leesburg, Georgia. We work insurance claims around the country. Most are hail, hurricane claims, wind claims. We are a representative that represents the insured. We are a public adjuster and not an insurance adjuster. We work with S&S on the buildings. Can you pull the list back up, Carlton? of the affected properties, and you can see on the loss recap that we have given you. You filed a claim on your insurance policy, not just on the jail. So it was your insurance company's job to inspect every one of your properties. They only inspected the jail. This is their estimate for the jail. It has 8 line items. Right there. This is our estimate for the damages. We estimated the loss to Turner County on the 18 buildings at $684,000, 85. And we believe that we can recover that money for the county within the next 90 days.
It's just strange, I mean, I've dealt with problems in the past, and we've
Yes,
never
sir.
had a group of guys come in that's
Yes.
gonna fix our problem for us.
Yes.
So this is new to us.
I understand, it's new to most people. PAs are used about 5% of insurance claims across the country. Most people don't even know that we exist. We're licensed through the state, just like the insurance adjuster is, and we follow the same rules. They did not look at all of your properties, and they should have. They looked at your jail. I'll ask you to look at the jail number on page 2.
225 or something?
194. I think you have a previously revised one. I have a new one for all of you. Your insurance company came up with $106,000 worth of damage on the jail, the one building that they did look at. We've looked at that building and came up with $194,000 in damage. The only thing they paid you for was the standing seam roof that is over part of the jail. The TPO section has holes in it right now that are actively leaking that we were able to find. Your TPO roof does not need to be replaced, but it does need to be repaired. And there's countless other damage at the jail that they chose to ignore. I won't say the adjuster came out there with this intent, but it's usually the insurance company's strategy to pay somebody enough money to make them think that they've been done right, and they just go away. We recommend that you not just go away. Right, understood. So it is my job to get you the money that's owed by the insurance company. I'll never put a roof on your building. I can't do both legally. I would like to represent the county to get your claim covered.
So, with that being said, 100%, when Turner County, was affected through the hailstorm, we reached out again to multiple individuals, multiple businesses, and that included Turner County buildings. When we noticed that they were also in the hail squad that we go by, I contacted Ms. Latrice, and she's been exceptional this entire time, being transparent and asked for us to come. So that's why we showed up. Everybody that's been involved in your county, that's gone on your roofs, spoke with Ms. Latrice, gone and found the damages that need to be replaced under your insurance policy. 3 days out in the 100-degree South Georgia heat, we felt like that brought a little bit of value to us, other than waiting for somebody to say, hey, can you just give us a few minutes?
As far as my company's concerned, I'm prepared to present everything to the insurance company as early as tomorrow. All the legwork is done on my end, except for the negotiating and a reinspection with your insurance company, which they would for sure want to do.
Well, the insurance company's gonna come and dispute this, I'm sure.
Not necessarily, no. They will want to come do a reinspection, and we will meet them on site and show them everything that they've missed. I don't believe there will be any dispute at all. I did this same process for the city of Doran 2 years ago from a hailstorm. Same situation, they came out and paid for one building. We went in and represented Doran on the claim, had everything prepared on day one, and they came out and met us and agreed to us.
So, can you clarify a couple of these buildings, and you may not, you're saying the ASCS office, extension office, you know what building they're talking about, the trees, or?
William did our inspection for our company, so I'll let him speak to that.
We're here. So, Did they get it?
Behavioral health, I think.
Behavioral health, yeah, I can agree with that one.
County, which one are you asking about?
The ASCS office extension.
Let me see real quick.
Okay, that's the I know which one it is.
That's the Department of Defense.
We went based off of those buildings.
Yeah, that's the Department of Defense.
I labeled it like the form that we received, 18 pages of buildings.
Yeah.
The airport property residence,
Yep.
we was gonna bulldoze that thing
So
down.
perfect. I have a solution for you.
We already knew that.
I actually am
Y'all want
glad,
91,000.
I'm glad you brought that up. It's insured on the date of loss, so you're owed the money that we estimated for, regardless of what you do after. The ACV amount on that building is $68,543. That's what you're owed for the damages on that building. You can reallocate the ACV funds to do another roof, which may need to be done. I actually have a recommendation for that. The library roof is in horrible shape and is at the end of its life. It needs to be replaced soon. And there is more than enough money there to replace that library roof, and you could bulldoze the house. You cannot recover the depreciation. So if you don't replace the roof on the airport house, you will lose about $5,000 that you can never get back. But we still think that's fair if you're gonna bulldoze the house.
So you're saying, I wanna make sure I understand, we can make the claim against the old house and repurpose that money to address another need?
Yes, ma'am. So insurance pays in two steps. They pay an ACV check, which is your first check. That's the RCV amount minus the depreciation. You cannot recover that depreciation until the work is done. So if you don't ever do the work on that house, you can never get that depreciation. You can take those ACV funds, and I tell customers all the time, you can take that ACV money and go on a cruise. Doesn't matter to me. You lose your depreciation. But yes, the ACV funds can be repurposed for another building.
Only had about half the value.
68,000 is what we
No, that's
believe is
what
the
it is.
ACV amount on that.
That's the
building.
actual dollar.
Actual cash value.
Next, and that will actually cover the replacement of the library roof and leave some money to help pay for the bulldozing and removal of that house.
So I almost would think that it would almost cover both. I think that it would cover, I don't wanna speak for the bulldozing, but I think it's gonna be pretty close to both of those being a wash.
I think when we looked at it, John, it's right there at it.
Right at it.
That would be good.
Y'all have any questions? It's just new to me doing
Yeah.
this process.
And look, we can come back and set a different meeting with y'all outside of a big meeting just to go over everything and have a better understanding of the process. But your neighbors around can speak for it as well. Like we've done every one of their projects $1 million plus, so they can tell you that how the process went.
It sounds great.
Oh, it's great. You know, it does sound too good to be true, but it's still
that's
true.
where I'm
It's still true.
Yeah.
I assure you.
I've been bit before.
I'm on Coffee Regional Hospital right now. I just finished all Ben Hill County stuff over there in Ben Hill County. I'm doing all their stuff actively right now. I'm gonna run the roof their senior citizens building next week. We just done their health department, their jails, so we
My
do
question
all.
is, so if we have you do that and work with the insurance companies, what is the cost to us for you to do that?
I charge 10% of what I recover. So if I get you $100,000, my company would retain 10,000 of that. I've left a copy of my agreement with your attorney, so he can review it. But that's what we charge. If we're not successful, you will never pay us a dime. It's strictly contingent.
And that's the same for our deal. We work with them hand in hand to make all this happen. S&S does. We work with Noble, yeah. So it works the same way with our agreement too. If we don't get it, you don't pay it, you can tear the contract up and trash it. You know what I mean? If we do get it bought, then we work inside the guidelines of the insurance and the amount of that settlement to put that structure back to pre-loss. So it doesn't cost the county anything pretty much. As long as you got RCV money, we can get it done.
That's,
And then we can still reallocate funds, like you said, that they're paying for stuff that you're gonna demo. You know what I mean? We can figure a price to demo the building, allocate the rest of the funds to the library for an instance. Yeah, but I'm just saying, you can keep that money, you know what I mean? Yeah,
If you're
exactly.
doing it, if you're gonna do it yourself in-house, there is for sure enough money to do the library and tear that house down.
So for large loss claims, we can advise you as a roofing company, as a roofing contractor, about your insurance policy, your specific one. We can read it and interpret it to us, but everything that John just told you, law and state of order, I cannot tell you that.
That's why we work two parts. You said you ain't never had all these key people come in. It legally has to be that way based off the insurance commissioner. We can't basically, I can't portray that I'm John Anderson or that I'm using Noble Claims. I have to let them do that part and we do our part. We work hand in hand, but we still have to be separate companies.
We pay you, we don't do that, we just pay you to handle it.
No, you
won't
don't
have to
pay.
lift a finger. I'm
You-
prepared to
you-
handle
you
every
would
bit
be-
of it.
But we have to bid out everything we do,
I understand, yeah,
and I don't know how many people do what you do.
very few,
So if we contracted you or agree with you,
right.
then whoever you get to do, I assume that would get around
Yeah.
our bidding rules.
And a lot of times when it's natural disaster stuff like this storm stuff, like Ben Hill County, they didn't bid out any of theirs. None of the hospitals, Coffee County didn't bid out none of their stuff because we work directly with the insurance. So it's a total different process. It's not the county putting together county funds to bid a project that everybody in here is chipping in money for and essentially and doing. So therefore, it's still equal opportunity. We're the ones that's handling the problem. We're putting it to bed for you. So we're getting paid based off of insurance. The county's not lifting a finger to do it.
The goal would be to get all of these roofs replaced, including the library, and the difference in the money on the library going back to the county for the demo of the airport house. And I'm extremely,
Or to pay you.
Well,
no, my fee will come out of the insurance proceeds, right? So,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
I missed
So
that
your
part.
check will come to you, and when it does, we'll give you an invoice for our 10%, and the rest of those funds are for these buildings. And there will be some money that is held in depreciation on all the rest of the buildings, which we'll recover after the work is done.
so my big concern here is, I've heard this already about the jail and the leaks, and that is concerning that our insurance company only, I mean, I know Andy has brought up multiple times about leaks in the jail area, and
We
that
spent-
jail's already
we spent-
old, so we don't need to have any more damage to
We
that.
spent 5 hours on your jail property, myself and William. I inspected the jail with him because it was a pretty complex system, and Austin was with us also. I don't know how long your adjuster's been there, but I showed you his estimate. He paid for the standing seam roof, and that's it. The damage is so obvious on the rest of the jail. I could put any of you on that roof and you could walk around for 5 minutes and find it, so.
It was hot back then.
It was hot.
The shop, is there leaking in the shop as well? That's a lot of damage to the shop. You have leaks in that building as well, Dustin? EMS too?
Oh, yes, we got water leaking everywhere.
So does the insurance company, like, you guys?
Probably does anything to spot
The
it.
insurance company will pay you. Yes.
All right, what's the timeline on us paying you guys?
I normally like to be paid within 30 days, so.
So it takes 60 days for us to get our money, is that what you said
No,
earlier?
I would like to be paid within 30 days of you receiving the check.
Oh,
The insurance
within
company.
30 days of us getting our insurance.
That's correct. And then we'll know exactly when they release
So we
it.
won't pay anything till the job is done.
That's correct. Yeah, and my job will be done once the claim is covered, right? And that's, I think this building is supposed to be on there also. We weren't given a list of that. So if there are other buildings, this building for sure has hail damage. It's right next door to one that we got bought. So, those numbers probably go up some.
Let us,
Absolutely.
give us a day or two.
Yeah.
And then, this is new.
I understand.
And, we will, thank y'all for coming in.
Yeah.
Appreciate what y'all do, just didn't know about it. I know about S&S, I seen y'all's commercials about it today. We appreciate all the
Thank you.
hard work y'all did in the sun anyway.
I was wondering who was on top of the museum the other day, the old tail, and I'm like,
That would be us.
Can you go ahead and give us a check now while we're thinking about it?
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
I get that answer a lot.
All right, discuss authorizing resolution for 5311 transit program for Turner County. And that's, the transit program we do every year. It's a pass-through. We have to apply for the money, and then the South Georgia Regional Commission handles it from there. Doesn't cost us anything, and it helps the citizens. And I believe Latrice, we asked the gentleman to come give us some numbers whenever they can get it worked out, so he let's how many people ride and all that. I think he said today it's $3 for the first 10 miles and 50 cents a mile after that. They just schedule it a day in advance. A lot of our people use it. Y'all have any discussing on that? Number 2 is discuss board appointment for the Regional Advisory Council for Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities for Turner County. Did they give us anybody?
Right now, Ms. Macmillan is the representative. I called her today, but she didn't answer, so I'm gonna call her again tomorrow to see if she still wants to keep serving.
She normally does, she normally tells me, but I'll see her. She goes to fire class sometimes, so I'll see if I see her too. In case y'all got anybody else, hard beating this back. Discuss budget amendment for fiscal year 24-25 budgets. Y'all should have. Of all that. Y'all have any questions or budget amendments? What?
We got them right here.
Yeah. I mean, you get it. It is what it
Yeah,
is.
what it is.
The fire pumper truck's on there again, obviously, because we didn't budget for it.
This was for last year's budget.
Same problem as this
It's been out
current
there
budget.
for 5 years, I believe.
Well, but it doesn't make it right.
No. This was something Joe Saxon did when he was here to save us some money, he said. Alright. And talking about on the budget, discuss contract for construction of the airport between Georgia Department of Transportation and Turner County. Eric couldn't be here tonight to tell us about this. This is some more of the work out there at the airport, the apron and taxiway design, relocate precision approach path indicators. Ain't nobody here talking about it?
No,
No.
Basically, as I understand, this is work that needs to be done, and our share, most of this is covered by state and federal funds. Our share is what, about $4,800
40.
for all the work. So right now, we're looking at $137,000 worth of work, and it's gonna cost us about $4,800.
I agree. Well, if Eric could come,
he'll be at the next meeting.
So he'll be here next week.
No, the September 14th.
because he wasn't in no rush about it, did he say he was in a rush or anything?
He did.
Everybody waits to the last minute to get us something. Good. All right, we'll wait to hear from Eric.
Ask him, make sure he's ready to talk about, what, we got about $450,000 in that grant money. If that is contingent on this being done. That would be good to know if this is gonna hold up that grant money.
Cause we can only hold it for so long.
That's right.
I don't want us to lose one of those 150s.
And I think the next one's coming up like October, so we'll be in the $600,000 range, so we need to get some of that money.
I can call him after we leave, and then I'll let you know by next week. Any other questions? Discuss 2026 ACCG safety discount program, and on that, Mike used to be our safety coordinator,
He did.
so
Regina.
did Regina fall into that spot by virtue of
Yes.
position? Tell us about our 2026 ACCG safety program then, Ms. Regina.
Well, this is a part of the, well, not Regina. You want me to take over, Regina?
Please.
But this is a part of the,
Man, he's putting me on the spot.
I'm not Regina.
You asked me not to do that, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, there's a series of requirement that the county has to do to fulfill meeting the obligation for the insurance with ACCG for us to continue to get our discount. One of them was being a safety, program, safety action plan, which we have already done back in April or May. So that part has been done. So the other part is someone has to attend the safety classes, which Regina has attended some of those classes. and someone has to, we have to have a different, like, policies and seatbelt policy and cell phone policy, different policies that we have to update, which we already have those. Everything that they're asking for, we already have them in place. We just have to keep
We just
maintaining.
gotta give it to them.
Mhm.
Each department should have that already.
That's it.
It's the same, we do this every year, it's the same thing we do. Y'all have any questions? So make sure you go to those classes, Miss Regina.
I've already completed all of them, so.
Excellent. You signed that paper for us. Discuss changing office hours for administrative office and other county offices from 8 AM to 5:30 PM, closing half a day on Fridays. Holidays use leave time if available. I'm gonna let Ms. Latrice jump on this
Okay.
one.
Well, initially, this was a conversation we had in the admin office about closing the office early on Friday. Due to traffic, the volume of traffic not being as high as it used to be when we had sanitation service. So, since we are in the back part of the office now, the traffic has decreased. So, we are asking now to close half a day on Friday, changing our, lunch hours from an hour to 30 minutes, and staying from 5 to 5:30, additional 30 minutes to make up the difference.
Alright, so y'all wanting to open at 8,
Open at 8,
go 30 minutes for
30
lunch,
minutes for lunch,
and then extend your day 30 more minutes.
Close
So
at
you're
5:30.
making up an hour a day,
yes,
and then on Fridays you would close at 12
yes,
and go on.
yes.
And of course, you know, I'm always against everything like that. Which is no surprise to Joe.
I don't have any problem,
The,
as long as you get the job.
I don't know how much, now that garbage is off the table, how much y'all are, you put a lock on your door, so I don't know how many folks are coming in now anyway.
Security.
Yeah, whatever. So, I don't know, I don't know, but I know it's got other offices on here.
Yeah, I spoke with some other department heads and elected officials to see what their take was on it.
Well, 'cause some of them have called and they're also wanting to take off, and I don't know where to draw the line, who gets to do this and who does not, because once one starts,
That would be you all decision to be clear on who this applies to. Is it just administrative office or is it?
well, we have administratives in every,
Right.
Renee's got some, Mary Lee's got administrative, the jail's got administrative, Robbie's got administrative.
Magistrate don't.
Good, you'll be at work, got one.
I'll be open.
I don't have any problem.
I don't have no problem with it.
Mm,
I just worry about the ability to service our customers, make ourselves available.
We need to get a
Already
list
have
of what
we already
offices
have some.
will participate.
Well, that would be, at the annex, it would be the board of commissioners, tax commissioner, tax assessor, and zoning. The courthouse, it would be the courthouse staff, state court, either probate or magistrate if they want to participate. EMS, admin office, election, if she were to participate. And maybe fire, admin.
Well, Public Works, I think, is working 4 days a week, which they need to be, I think need to be there 5 days a week. So I would say their administrative staff and the department head need to work a half day Friday. I don't like that they're not available on Fridays.
So administrators should work 5 days a week, but now they can take off their lunch on Fridays.
But I just think they need to be there for calls and stuff. I don't think rec has administrative staff, I think they work all the time.
Like I say, as long as the job get good.
Same job will
You
be
can't take the
performed.
same all the time,
Yes.
so ain't nothing wrong with trying hours and that.
Well, let's see where it goes next week. Looks real close right now. I got 2-2 next to hold out.
I'm on mute.
Don't blame it on me.
Hey Brad, can I
Yes.
add to that?
Yes.
We used to do it, we're not gonna participate, but we used to do it when Betty was there. And what it did for us, we shut down the office early because we could cut down the electricity being used. Turn the lights off and stuff like that. It saved a small amount, but when you got that many departments doing it, it would save electricity for that part of the day. They could turn the air up and not run the air conditioners. I mean, there's some benefits to it too, because I know you pretty hard, but
Yeah.
there are some benefits that if they do shut down, it'll save some stuff too, so. But just trying to help Teresa. She does a great job.
I do have a question. If there's a holiday during the week, what we've done with the road department, they work 4 10-hour days.
Right.
If there's a holiday, and you know, if there's a holiday on Monday,
Mhm.
they work 4 8-hour days. Instead of, is how I believe that's correct. If there's one. I'm concerned if when there's 2 holidays in the week, what's your route? I mean, what you gonna do when there's a holiday during the week? Or y'all, because you said use vacation time.
Right. So if it's a holiday during the week, like just say the holiday coming up, Labor Day, Monday,
But,
we only get 8 hours, for holiday pay.
yes,
So we would still have to use an hour of our lead time to make up the 9 hours.
for that day.
So then 9 hours for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, still taking a half a day on Friday for using. So it'll still be 4 hours. Instead of us-
Each person that takes off is gonna lose an hour of vacation,
Right.
is what you're saying.
Mhm.
Is people gonna be good with that?
Yes. The ones I've talked to, yeah.
I was curious how y'all was gonna handle that. Alright, the reminder about SDS, Turner County, I've talked to, the city, I know, talked to Ferry, talked to Ms. Pierce, and I've talked to Amanda. They all seem good with moving forward. I'm gonna talk to a couple more city council. I've talked to Wayne, Woodruff, and I talked to Gary and Rebecca. Jan, I don't know if she's here. Yes, she's here. She said we don't have to have the actual split, but I mentioned the splosh split. Everybody seems good with the splosh split, so maybe we won't have to argue about numbers. And everybody is indicating that they're ready to move forward to put it on the ballot with Ms. Jan. I just don't want none to have that memory loss once we put it on the ballot. But I think everybody's good with it. The splosh split is fair, and I'm glad y'all come up. So that looks like that's moving forward. I'm sorry, that was service delivery. That was the flaws. I was talking about flaws. Service delivery, I want to get through with the flaws before we jump on service delivery. That one might be more arguable. The commissioner's training class, the 2025 Legislative Leadership Conference in Jekyll Island is October 8th through 10th. If any of y'all want to go, sign up with Ms. Latrice. And public comments.
Where are we at with Mercer?
Mercer, Mr. Denham, where are we at with
Well,
Mercer?
as a matter of fact, I talked to, Miss Kelly, Miss Bonnie Kelly, the grant writer today, and I had a lengthy conversation with our state representative, Andy Osteen. And the problem is, we're in the middle of a budget year for the state. We're still working on the budget, so if we can get this in the budget coming up, she thinks we've got a real good chance of getting the money. So, and Bonnie is working diligently on getting the grant,
So March before we know anything on that. March before we know anything on that.
it will be sometime in the budget year.
Any more comments? All right, says we need to go into executive session for personnel, litigation, and real estate. I get a motion. favor? Y'all will excuse us for a few.
Hey, Emily, how you doing? Miss Russian, how you doing? Tell her I want to see her. I want to see her. Drove up to the EMS. We didn't have to home, no APD home.
He wasn't broken.